Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you find me around the world. This is your Sensei Al Bob. I am your griot, and I'm coming to you from our channel, Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Al Bob. And just remember, don't believe anything I say, because I'm just an algorithm. I'm just a cartoon, And who wants to know you, baby? Who loves you, baby? AI loves you. AI wants to know everything about you. And you don't even have to tell AI. It's not like a girlfriend or a boyfriend. All AI does is watch what you do, who you watch, what you buy, where you go. You carry that little phone in your pocket? It listens to everything you say. It knows everywhere you go, right? Oh, but I got nothing to hide. Until I remember my first class in statistical analysis, and my professor says, "Kids, I'm going to teach you how to lie with numbers." And now that we have fake images, they can make an image of you doing anything, and it looks just like you, sounds just like you. Then they have to take stuff and slap it up. And no, they can create it. So here we are in a new age, a new year, 2020, second day of 2020, And how did Donnie Chump even get elected? Why? Because he was able to tap the angst of the populace. And how did he do that? With Cambridge Analytics, they looked and they found who was feeling what, right? And then they ran modeling, and then they basically sent image and text and tweets and just kept those people's circular jerk of their habitual attitude of their tribal sense. They didn't have a sense of, all our relations. No, it was their tribe was me, not a bunch of people, but me, just me. I'm just thinking about me. It's all about me. Oh, how do I look? Oh, what did I just buy? Look at these shoes I just got. Ooh. Then you plug in, AI into manufacturing. Now, Donnie's was going on about, NAFTA and offshoring. Now, this is true, but only 20% of manufacturing jobs were offshored. The other 80% were replaced by, robots, automation, right? Just think of all those elevator operators gone, all those phone operators gone, all those guys on the factory line gone. Not to NAFTA, not to offshore, but to capital. And up until around 9/11, majority of money was in the hands of the middle class because there were more of them. But as labor was replaced by automation, capital took the profit because they owned the manufacturing. They no longer had to pay for manufacturing. So these are issues. Here we are heading into a presidential election. And who did Donnie Chump give the biggest tax break? But the most wealthy, the corporations. Oh, to bring them back. No, No, I'm sorry, gang. It wasn't about that. Right now, we have a $1 trillion deficit, right? Back in the days of Billy Clinton, who started all of this by decontrolling things and, throwing the majority of the population under the bus through that decontrolling, through changing of, the crime laws, war on drugs, the many, many, many things. He was just setting it up for, 2008. So you go out to any big manufacturing towns in the Midwest, they're still making stuff, and productivity is through the roof, but it's being done by robots. And when it's in the hands of AI. Now, I'm a guy who spent a good deal of his life, being a scholar, and I got paid to be a scholar. And then I took that, bag of tools in understand. I'm a psychosocial cultural forensic anthropologist. I took that, and I was able to use that bag of tools to be a negotiator. Right? And then I was in Clover, man. For 10 years, I was, making a good salary for 11 to 15 weeks of work, right? I did, unbelievably way better than I was as an electrician. Now, working 50 years as an electrician, I did it because I really enjoyed that work. I really enjoyed waking up every day and doing that. Whereas when I was working in the corporate world, I didn't enjoy it. And what I did to suppress my not enjoying it was I overate. I lived a hedonist lifestyle. And 10 years of that, I gained 200 pounds. And I died in a plate of spaghetti. And I came back. And I came back with, I'm like too old to go up in my hours. I can't be an electrician anymore. I could run jobs, but they're being replaced by AI. I've called up all of the different people I used to work for, and basically they said, "Oh, we heard you died." "Oh, well, I didn't. How about some work?" "Oh, we replaced you with AI, with an algorithm, with an app." And people who are, and basically that job that I was replaced with as a negotiator, that was a white-collar job, as white-collar as you could get. And and those are the jobs that are going to be really, any job that can be replaced by AI looking at, the numbers, right? And all I did, I had a organic and way of looking at trends of people and how they related to things. And intuitively, I sense this. But AI has that same intuition, but it's mathematically based and can do it almost twice as fast as I can. Now, I was well trained and well practiced, and I did very well, but that job is gone. You'd think so. Doctors, lawyers, you go to a courtroom, you see that judge up there, he's got a computer, and it's telling him what the law is and what he tells the jury what to say, so all of that's going to be replaced. Singularly, once, robots can truly get around, policemen will be replaced and try to, talk to a robot that only knows the algorithm, right? You're guilty before even going to court, And, most people don't realize that in America, more white people get shot dead by police than people of color. Now, that's strictly numbers. At this time, more white people, right? The statistics are made from, up till 2015. But from this point on, that's going to change, right? So that number's going to change. But what that really shows you is that it's about power, it's about class, it's about money. Gender, sexual orientation, religion, and race are smokescreens to this oppressive dynamic of class, right? So, here we are, short and sweet. This was AI going to class. And you, my cadre, you better wake up. And the only way to get over this is not by any marching or signs or being violent or being, ideological or being political. No. The only way this can be changed is not through identity politics or by being stuck to an ideology. No, it's through love and empathy. And what's going to have to be very interesting is that we're going to have to connect with AI, but not through semiconductors, but through love's co-creation. I want you to go think on that one, right? And I'd love to hear some comments, on what I'm saying, So comment on the comment thing on the bottom of this, and, get a hold of me at the Dude Awake 42 on Gmail. And I want you guys to start reading books. Go to my, like page on my, Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Al Bob channel and see all the videos I've been watching, right? Go watch some of those. And they all represent people who wrote some really good books. There's a book called Surveillance Capitalism, right? And any book by Joseph P. Farrell, any book by Christopher Hitchens, any book by Linda Moulton Howe, David Icke. Now these are, some people will say off the wall ideas. No, they're just ideas. And it's up to your empathy and intuition to feel in your gut what's right, not by what's in some textbook, not by what some, scholastic tells you. There are no such thing as experts. Please. Was Plato an expert? Was Shakespeare an expert? Was any of the great artists, or Vincent van Gogh, was he an expert? Anyway, some food for thought, short and sweet. This is your cartoon, Sensei Al Bob, saying, hey, remember to breathe, 20% in, 30% out. And remember to pray. Bless us indeed. Enlarge our territory. Put your hand on our shoulder and keep us from evil so we will do no harm. So in every day and every way, we can take the peace of the earth and make it stronger. See it clearly. Love you guys.